Meeting of the Thursday, January 8th Advisory Committee to order. Please all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are we recording?
Yep.
Okay. Roll call. Start with
Marty Mantenfeld, present.
Tom Shaner, present.
Alan Steinbeck, present.
Ed Hedges, present.
John Berry, present.
Tricia Zimmerman, present.
Laura Leroy, present.
Have any public comments?
Nope.
Ed,
All sorts of people here, but no public comments.
Correct.
I'll make a motion to approve items 5 Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta.
Here, a second.
Second.
John seconded. Marty made the motion. Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
6-0.
Financial report.
Second, I'm still trying to get this thing to stream. It's fighting me.
Okay. This is the November report. Just one comment that the safety and security.
Here's the December one.
Okay, you got on the November, the safety and security carry forward was showing blank, but that's been fixed and shows up on the December.
Just did these yesterday, so.
Saw that last night, so.
I did them yesterday afternoon, yeah. I was going back and forth with Sonia. We were cleaning some stuff up, so. There. I'm a little early. That's December's, which is not in your, that'll show up in next month's packet, but I figured, I always said if they're done, I'll show them to you, so it was done, so I'm showing it to you.
We're 25% of the way through the budget year. And most of the areas are under that from an actual spend. But questions? Alrighty. I guess we can move on to the subcommittee updates.
This one doesn't really belong under the updates. This should have been under the next area, but since it's here, we'll do this.
So 7A, I think we have to approve for Mark and Cindy to continue
Yes.
on.
Need a motion
Somebody
and a
want to
vote.
make a
I'll
motion?
make that motion.
Who made it?
Tom?
Okay.
Marty seconds.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Landscape update?
Real update, just what he was written in here. Hardwoods will start in January. Palm trees are done.
One note on the hardwood tree trimming. My understanding is we're going to try to have them trim towards the new streetlight locations rather than the existing streetlight locations. Unfortunately, they started planting the poles yesterday, so they will know where the new poles are going to be in the stretch from tree line to the four-way stop, which is where most of the hardwood conflicts are. So it may look a little strange to people if they're trimming around a non-existent light for a period of time, but.
Ed, I have a very minor question. I'm not going to use the word recommendation. Bob knows what I'm going to talk about. We've had a couple residents complain about the trailer that's being left on Cypress Grove, the trailer that hauls the pine mulch. Is there a way to get that trailer? I understand it where it used to be parked and why it's parked where it is now. but it's been there for several weeks. Is there a way to get that moved out faster?
My understanding is that it needs to stay there until they finish unloading it. It must still have product in it. Otherwise, if it's empty, it should be gone.
I think it's empty. I think it's empty.
I know that the last time I was there for a few
Update from
weeks.
Mark. Bob Geppert. The trailer was supposed to be there. They were allowed 11 days, carry through a weekend. It was ordered by Marescape. The trailer comes from some outfit in Georgia. They did get it off the road and put it off on the side. It should have been gone by now, and the calls are going in every day to get it removed. But I don't know how fast it'll go.
So
And we
that's,
did Landscape tried to get permission to put it at the Brocky Center and to put it at other locations, a golf course. Everybody that was located or asked to assist in the effort wanted something for it. Give us free mulch, do this, do that. Where we put it, we didn't pay anybody anything, but we,
and I will add, the couple of people who have complained have said it was a hazard, and I don't agree with that. It's been pulled off of the road. It's not even in the bike lane. It's ugly.
yeah, and well,
But
from a
it's not a
hazard point of
hazard.
view, Tom, they were supposed to put cones. That was the deal. You could put it there, but put the cones. The cones are going. I don't know if somebody
I
stole
don't even
them.
know if that'd be uglier, but
Well, but you're
it's
right.
not, in my opinion, it's not a hazard. And you and I know a couple of people have said,
Yes.
I couldn't get around it.
You got to go out of your way to hit it.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that it's going this week.
okay, thank you.
Do we know who damaged the grass at the entryway monument? Ruts in the grass that are probably 6 inches deep.
Go up at the very beginning, the
Yeah.
big hole, right on the left side as you're going out.
It's on the right-hand side as you're coming in,
Yeah, left
right in
left
front of
going
the-
out.
right in front of the monument.
Yes. Yeah, I've
I don't know,
seen,
that may have occurred with some of the
FPL.
lighting. Has it been there a long time, or is it just fairly?
Noticed it today.
it's been there a week.
uh,
I figured it was
But I know a
construction.
lot of the damage from the streetlight project and the trucks and that will occur after they get done with the area, so and they were up there a couple days ago doing something, they still had some boring and other poles to do there at the entrance, but
As long as we're on landscape, if I read it correctly, they only have 21% of their budget left.
that on her.
And we just got
that's the
started.
enc- That's the encumbered.
Yeah, most of that's because the majority of their budget is the landscaping contract. So
Contract.
yes, yeah.
So it's already been paid,
So that
and so
includes
that's
the
why they only have
encumbered.
21%.
With the
correct.
encumbered,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're set aside for that.
Because if you look, here's the December one, they have $409,000 of stuff encumbered, which the majority of that is the landscaping contract.
Okay, thank you.
One thing to note for you guys that they decided to extend the electricity to the roundabouts, the 3 roundabouts, basically extending from the electricity serving the monuments just to take it to the roundabout. Holiday decorations and light them, like the holiday decorations at the roundabouts, so. Any other comments on landscaping?
Nope, I just issued that PO to Bentley I just issued that purchase order for the electricity.
Okay.
so.
Bonds updates, is Jim or? Go-
Attachment in there, just to recap.
You- Come up, just announce who
Jim
you are.
Latham.
No, wait till you get up here.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Jim Latham with the Ponds Group. We had an attachment, it just overviews a summary of what we accomplished this past year. I had just, as the year goes on, I keep making notes, and then I just send it out to the volunteers, just so everybody's aware of what we, as a group, accomplished.
Are you trying to set a standard for the other committees?
It would be good.
Obviously, I have too much time on my hands.
Thank you, Jim. It's a really good summary. So.
Okay.
have a question about the GIS site. There is information there about Castle being the company to contact. I wonder if that needs to be updated.
It does.
The GIS website where it talks about our GIS, it mentions Castle as the company to,
On your Pelican website?
I don't know, I went to the GIS website. Okay.
I'll take a look
Would
at it.
somebody, all right, or I can send it to you. I thought I sent it to somebody, all right.
Safety and security. Are there any questions or issues on safety and security?
I'm going to Laura because she'll put me, she and I know, she'll tell me whether I'm in order or not on this one. And Patricia, you're on that committee, or I guess go. We've had a lot of complaints and I get them all because I'm the flag guy, about the flags out front. It is my understanding that a motion was made by Rich Glover at a recent meeting of the Safety and Security
Nope,
Committee.
it's going to them this month.
Pardon me?
It's going to them this month.
What is that?
This topic is going to safety and security this month.
Can we send it down from here to say it is a policy that they will redo those flags every 6 months and it will be their
I
responsibility?
think that you should, because they are the subcommittee and ultimately it is their responsibility, I can have Paul say that it's recommended from you, but I don't think that you should tell them.
Why not?
what
I'm
to do.
not
I mean, they're-
debating.
It's coming to them as a proposal to do it every 6 months. I don't see any reason why they won't do it. It
would-
normally goes the other way,
Okay,
that they come to
it would,
you.
normally it does, and and that's great. But in this particular case, I don't see anything wrong with it coming from the top to say, get it done nicely.
Okay. I
But
would say a
then
request.
It is way,
Yeah.
we look like we are retreating out front. We have two white flags hanging out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether we're in Florida or whether we've just put we quit flag. And then the Pelican Preserve flag is not Gateway, in my opinion, is not Gateway's
It's not.
responsibility.
No, that's yours. That's
That would have
Pelican's
to be up to
responsibility. Yeah,
PPCA to take
the
care.
others are.
And I've got a great relationship with Rich Glover, so he knows this wants to be done. My bottom line, I just want to see it get done.
Understood.
And get done immediately.
Yep, understood.
So I don't know if we can direct you to go ahead and make the purchase of the two flags.
I believe they either have been purchased or are in the process of being purchased.
Great.
So
Well,
we're taking care of it.
Just
so-
several of them, just have them on
Okay.
hand.
Yeah,
at one
I know
point.
there's some place. I'll double check with
We need to
Mark,
get 'em
but-
up,
Yeah, no,
please.
understood.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
understood.
Thank you.
And so we'll make sure we get that added into our maintenance rotation then, that gets done twice a
I'm
year.
good. I just want to get it up.
I'll recognize CC.
Stacy Haas, I'm also sit on the Safety and Security Committee. The subject of the flags has come up month after month after month. According to Yanni Marquez, she has given the flags to either Gateway or Wiser that should be installed. She gave them to, I think this morning at the President's Council meeting, I think she said she gave them to in October or November, and they're still not put up.
That's my point,
me.
Cece.
Okay,
So let me.
that was stated this morning. And also, Rich Glover is working diligently, reestablishing the history. There's, what's her name? Lynn Bragg donated 6 flags about a year and a half ago. I think they are the Pelican Preserve flag, I think, which would be 3 changes. And they're just, somehow Jim Bollinger's involved. I don't know how.
Because he used to own a flag store.
Okay, so
That's-
he was a consultant helping her,
Yeah.
whatever. But the point is, the safety committee is definitely addressing
Right.
this.
Well, I'm concerned, I guess I'm confused as to how Yanni gets into this when the front flag, there's 2 sets of flags now, remember.
Of course, I
There's
know that.
Pelican controlled flags over by the town center,
And then
and there's the front gate flags, which are controlled by Gateway, and Wisner does the raising of the flags.
On those flags, Gateway provides, or PPAC provides the state and the US flag. The community association provides OW and the community association flags to fly on
Okay.
that. That's why Yanni got involved in providing those two flags.
Well, I'm good with that. I'll take care of the, with the Veterans Committee, take care of the MIA flag. But I want to make, it's the Florida flag that's a disgrace right now. It really is a disgrace, so we need to get it up. Anyhow,
No, ma'am, you have to come up to the, state your name,
For the
please.
record.
Maxine Hanson, Trentino Estates. At the December President's Council meeting, the flag issue came up, and Yanni said that the American flag and the Pelican Preserve flag and the state flags were purchased either by Gateway or donated by somebody, but not the POW. I volunteered, I bought the flag, I gave it to Yanni in December, and to my recollection, I don't think none of them are changed. And I think it's terrible. This is the year of 250th celebration of our country, and when you drive out, they look like three white flags because they're so faded. So I agree with you 100%, Tom. Let's do something about the flags. And if nobody wants to buy a 3x5 flag, I will buy the 3x5 flag.
I'll buy the flag. I
also.
just want to get it up.
I think
Exactly.
we've got the flags, they just need to get up.
And who would be responsible for getting them up? Is
Well, the
that a
Safety and
problem?
Security Committee should be the one that's monitoring, and that's why I said if it is a routine policy procedure that's established by somebody that says, I'm saying 6 months. If they want to say 12, that's up to them, but I think 6 is good for a standard flag. If they have a policy that somebody in that committee says, hey, they call over to Laura, say, Laura ordered, and I'm maybe done a different way, but Laura ordered the 2 flags, we want to put them up in a month. Whatever works, but
But ordering them isn't the problem, getting them up. So it's a
if you give me
situation
the
of
flags,
getting
I'll
them
go
up.
out
Who's
with wizard.
responsible?
I'll
It's-
take the guard out there and say, give me the key, I'll raise them up, but just let's get them up.
So doesn't staff administer the contract?
What contract?
Wiser contract?
Yes.
So why can't you staff
The
contract Wiser and
changing
say?
of the flags is not Weiser's responsibility. The raising and lowering, it's petty, but the raising and lowering is their responsibility. I'm chatting with Paul and Mark right now to get it sorted out, so I'll let you know.
Their post orders do direct them to, as long as mass called, they are directed to take care of that, but they're in their post orders. My understanding, again, and you just reinforce that, there's not something that says you will put up new flags every 6 months.
That's our responsibility.
Okay. Let me know, I'll be gladly go out there and do it. I know how to.
I'll get it taken care of. I'm working on it
Thank
right
you.
now.
Thank you. The community will be happy.
Anything else for safety and security? Okay. Items for discussion, 8A, the pond bank restoration.
Oh, it keeps disappearing.
Doug or Jim, do
It
you
has a
want
mind of
to
its own.
summarize this or speak
Jim
to
Layton.
this?
With the Ponds Group. We had a Ponds meeting yesterday. We had 4 members present. And we discussed it. We reviewed what the recommendations were from staff. We had a first round we had 4 people. There was a 2-2 draw to go with their recommendation. So we could make a recommendation to this committee. I changed my vote to go with MRI, which is what the staff recommendation is. Not all in on it, but, we had to make a decision to go with you. Hopefully, it all works out well. I've spoke with Chelsea, and we have all gateways, support that they're going to monitor the low bid. There was,
And
it was about $210,000 difference. But
Who was the second?
the second valid one was Extreme Divers.
That's the one you
That's the
presently
one we
use?
used in 47 and 48. The prior low bid on a big pond was C&B Civil, which was the prior year, Pond 36, and that was a absolute nightmare. So hopefully, we're giving MRI an opportunity.
prove themselves.
Hopefully, the next time I'm up here, I don't rag about them. But I will be, I live 100 feet away from it, I'll be monitoring
So-
their
so-
progress.
So Jim, what history do they have with Gateway, with us?
They had 4 ponds last year that were deemed acceptable.
Acceptable.
Well, they just finished up 4 ponds for us this last fiscal year, and they have done work for us prior to that. We use them for other non-pond related things inside of Gateway, so we have a relationship with MRI already here on our side,
So
outside of Pelican.
Pelican, I think I see them in the pump house, the irrigation pump house. I think they have that. Because
Or Jim, you know what I think a couple of months ago or something, there was Tetra Tech is going to oversee this, and I think there was a scope approved. How much was that for?
I'm not sure. I don't think it was that much, but let me check.
Just to remind everybody, when we were going through developing the budget, it was estimated that this pond restoration may cost up about $600,000. So we funded $300,000 out of the 26 assessment. We were going to borrow $300,000 from capital reserves, and then we would then collect another, pay that back in 27, and they wouldn't do a pond in 27. So this has come in at 270.
18,000.
So there's about 20,000 for Tetra Tech to manage it. So if everything works out, this one pond may be under the 300,000, and we won't have to borrow the money from reserves. And then next year they can do another pond for 300,000 without changing the budget. So
Really that different a price?
Yes.
300,000?
That was a very
210.
much of a question, because the next 3 were all in the $400 and something thousand. The top one was 1.1 million. So, there was quite a spread over there. I personally don't see how they could do it at that
I can let you
price,
know
but-
that the 4 ponds over here, MRI was significantly lower than the other bidders as well, and they did come in under budget, about $30,000.
The job was well done?
It met we did not let them go till everything was up to our
Did you have to
standards.
ride herd at all, or did they do it on?
They're responsive. When we had issues, we just brought them up, they took care of them, so.
there was a long discussion at the ponds meeting about this.
I mean, nothing is ever perfect, but the things that we found, they addressed, so.
I will make a comment, even though I told Jim to make
Introduce.
that.
Announce yourself,
Doug
please.
Zander, head of the Ponds Group. Tetra Tech did the project manage and oversaw MRI, okay? If you look in there, Tetra Tech did not recommend to go with MRI because of the challenges they thought they had with getting MRI to do their thing, to finish the project. It was acceptable, but there was quite a few issues. And I'll be blunt, I was a deciding factor to not go with extreme divers, okay? It's sort of like the risk versus $210,000. And I thought the risk was less than $210,000. Okay, that's.
You'll make
net.
up, and you'll make up the difference?
Actually, he'll have my hide because, it's not as rosy as it sounds because of the fact of, if you think about it, the person who managed the project would not recommend them.
Well, let me be clear. I support the committee. You guys, that's your job to do this type of work. I just want certain questions answered so everybody's heard them.
Right.
But if the committee has done all of its work and feels that the balance is there, I need to support the committee.
I'd like to make a motion, we approve the committee's.
I'll second that.
I
Second it, yeah.
Okay.
So Tom made it,
Any
or
other-
John made it, Tom seconded.
Any other discussion?
So if we don't spend another $300,000 and we don't do a pond in 27, that means we'll save the residents $300,000.
Well, if you don't do a pond in 20.
You don't do a pond in 27.
Right.
We can reduce our budget then by $300,000.
Here comes Marty.
So again, we do
Well, let's see
not
what the
need,
committee recommends it then.
we do not need to pull from reserves for this project.
That all kind of happens, I think, kind of at the end of the budget year, so we'll
Yeah, it's
figure out if
cleaner.
we
Instead
have
of
to
in
do
and out and in
anything
and out and
then.
in and out, it's easier just to wait. As of right now, we should not have to.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the pond committee's recommendation to go with
MRI.
MRI for all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Unanimous. Now, this goes up to the Board of Supervisors next week for
Correct.
them to either approve or disapprove, so. Applications review.
I don't know if you had a chance to look at the January report. There are several items that I suggested we might get ready to announce in the near future. Entrance Design Committee being formed, if you all remember, this was a subject that we thought we would ask people from the community, would they like to get together and discuss the deal about the front entrance. And I know that some people say it's looking tired, and other people are saying, I'm tired of looking at it. So we want to change it out. So I don't know at what point there was a step that we were taking. Somebody was going to come in with some kind of a design idea. And does that end up on our agenda
We
today?
expended up to $25,000 to hire a contractor to give us ideas.
Do we have any update on that?
No, we have a meeting with them on tomorrow, actually, so I'll have one next time.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep the residents out of that as best you can. You get the residents into design. You got a
Why don't we
battle.
wait on that one and see how we feel at the next meeting?
Is anybody from PPAC going to be
Let's
in
see
that?
who's on
I'd
that.
hate to get them going too far down the road without,
Elsie set it up.
somebody
Let me
here.
take a look. No, right now it's just me, her, Paul, and Randy.
So for every $500,000 that we spend on updating the front, it would cost each unit in Pelican Preserve $200. So if you spend $2.5 million on the front, it would cost every unit in here $1,000, based on 2,496 homes.
Yeah, but remember, part of the thinking, and so it was, is based on whether there's a sale of the two pieces, the monuments up at the corner of Tree Line and Colonial, because if you're going to generate $1 million plus on that sale, that offsets a little bit of that. And I for one, would not want to go on purely on the residents paying for this.
and we're off track because this is
Right.
looking at communications.
Okay, sorry, but anyway, the other ideas would be talk about the bridge repairs, and we'll hear from Marty later about where we stand on that. No?
Not I.
Tricia, one of the things is the pond fishing. We've had several instances, either on Facebook or other things in the last month, of people complaining that we have people fishing in the flowway or in ponds outside of the designated fishing area. And at the last meeting or 2 meetings ago, we basically decided not to sign the Fort Myers Police Department thing to where they would enforce trespassing, that we wanted to go with an education approach about the fishing. So I think it's since everybody is back, all the snowbirds are back, we probably ought to do something in our communications to kind of reinforce that fishing stuff.
Yeah,
So-
we did put one out. We put out an announcement about the fishing. Did nobody see that one?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did put it out, and maybe it's time to redo it. I don't know, but there was a
Well, it didn't
pretty
seem to-
extensive.
It didn't seem to catch people's attention.
But yeah, and there was a lot of, I mean, look, a lot of the complaints, there's only primarily one person did a lot of complaining, but people even mentioned it, It's about kids, and most of them were kids that were visiting their families. So they're out there fishing. They don't know the rules. So
Well, it was a pretty extensive announcement,
Yeah.
and we should all think about, do we want to put that out again? Or
Well, you-
is it only one or two complainers? I don't know.
you need to have a headline that'll hook them.
And then, so that's an interesting one. And then there have been several incidents at the front gate with the arm getting
Oh, yeah.
knocked over. Is that one, do you think we should put out an announcement about, reminding people this is new, slow down?
Don't tailgate.
Don't tailgate if it breaks to the
Well, I find
extent.
since- I personally find that since we put the new gate in, I have difficulty getting through the new gate.
Really?
It's not reading my barcodes,
Because the car's too low.
so.
Tires. Really is. Your car's too low.
Put it on your forehead, then just go in that way.
Laura, I know,
And then, the gate doesn't go up, so then you have to back up. Then you have to wait for the car in back of you to back up. And
Marty, you can get your car under that bar.
I know at the last meeting, there'd been like 3
bet he needs to
instances
get the
since
car
the gate had, but I think Paul had said that they were waiting to get the cost for at least the first instance or whatever. Do you know if we've ever gotten that and what it is to bill the driver?
No, I haven't gotten anything.
Okay.
I haven't seen any bills either, so.
Because it'd be nice to know kind of
This is how much it's going to cost
cost
you.
you if you
Yeah. if
Yeah,
you bump
into
I mean,
it.
it depends too, so it
Yeah.
depends if it gets knocked all the way off. Sometimes when it gets knocked off, they can just put it back on and then there's
Right.
no cost.
But it's
Which is
kind
what
of-
I think
it could
kind of
cost
happened
you
with the
up to
last
this
ones.
amount, to,
I mean, I can tell you how much a gate costs. I could look that up from when we replaced it, but other than that, no.
Usually
Maxine
just the
Hanson
arm, but-
Trentino.
You need to be asked to come up, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Maxine, would you please come up with your question?
Thank you, Tom. In my previous life in Chicago, I worked for a HOA community, and we initiated the gate, and some of the sports cars were too low for the barcode. So what we did is we also, anybody who had a sports car or luxury low vehicle, we had license plate readers. They were put on the front of the car. So not only did you have the stand that most of the cars or the SUVs couldn't get through, but there was, on the front of your car was a license plate reader. And that was offered only to people who had small, low riding.
Florida doesn't have
You don't
license.
have front licenses in Florida.
Well, it was-
It's thought, it's,
you didn't have to have a plate, you just had to have the thing
tell
on
the
the
old
front.
people they shouldn't be driving around in short cars.
I think I'm being made an example of here.
I feel you, Marty. I have a Miata, so I get it.
I would like to share with everybody, we all know that we're doing an overview about the GSCDD, and
Is this what's in the board pack, or in your packet?
this is updated.
Oh, okay.
So totally updated, so. I want everyone to have an opportunity to see this before it's presented to the community next week on the 13th. And please come and support everybody who's doing the presentation. I've talked both Carol and Bob into doing most of the presentation, and I will do the rest about PPAC. And then we have chairs of each of the committees who will do an overview of their committees and what they have done in the last year and what they plan to be concentrating on next year. It's going to be a really nice overview. If you have any questions about the slides that you have here, please let us know. But, and also, please come. It's 12 noon in the theater next Tuesday. So, we've done a lot of work on it, and it's going to be great. And we will then have it available. We will then have it available on the website. We'll put it on the website. We'll tell people maybe we can even tape it and have the tape available so that people can understand a
You
little
say,
bit more about us.
Did you say 12 noon and not 10:00?
12 noon. 12 noon on the 13th. Yeah, in the theater.
I have a concern on page 3. There's one picture there that might scare everybody away. I think he's sitting in here today.
I thought that was one of my best.
say he.
I did say he.
You look
Yes.
good there, Carol. It's that other guy.
Yeah.
I'd like to Photoshop some herring.
So, thank you. Everybody come.
I was looking at slide 3.
When is this, Tricia?
And Peggy will not be there, so Ed, I hope you can come and answer any questions
13th at noon.
about history with P-PAC that I don't have the answers to. If that's okay?
I'll look at my schedule and look at what you've got on there for it, but
Is that the theater
I
again,
can.
I assume?
you.
That's in the
Anything-
theater?
anything else for
Theater?
communication?
I'm just putting it
Theater.
13th at noon.
In the theater.
It's in the theater. Did I say that? Yeah, in the theater. Thank you.
8C, the update on the parcels, Tree Line and Colonial. We got 62 bids, right? Offers?
0. They kind of gave an update here of what they've been doing to try to get people to, make this a little bigger, to look at it. So you can see it was listed about a month and a half ago, almost 2 months. This is the activity that they're getting. They had almost 12,000 views.
Wow. 12,000 people have looked
Well,
at,
12,000 views. It could be the same person multiple times. It just means that there were 12,000 views. So people are looking at it, but now it kind of fizzled off again. So to the best of my knowledge, we have not had any nibbles on it. I haven't heard anything different.
What about those 2 people who were sleeping behind it? Maybe they'd be interested.
I highly doubt they can afford it.
They
Or
can't
they-
afford it.
Yeah.
well, thank you.
Any other questions regarding that? Oh, the Arch Bridge Repair and Painting Contract. Recommendation and award. Is Paul here, or is he?
He's not. I can fill in. What do you need?
I guess one of the questions I had was, this appeared to just be patching the structure issues and painting, but I thought some electrical issues were identified, and I didn't see anything in the quote about any electrical repairs.
This one, I read through this and it only mentions the cosmetic repairs. It doesn't say anything about electric. So. But did give them a cushion. There's an extra 5,000. So there's a base amount of 15, but it says up to 20. So that does give us some wiggle room should they find something while they're in there.
But this contractor
degradation of
would
the
take
electrical.
care of the electrical issues, but.
But this one is just for the cosmetic repairs. And
There are
painting.
electrical repairs that need to be made.
That's what I thought I remembered, but
Boxes and some
There are
conduit,
boxes that are
right?
just rotted out.
Yeah.
and whether or not those were on the physical structures per se, but I'll stop.
What's the next step?
Just need your okay. It's below my
Well, I guess we have
threshold,
to prove
so.
this, and one of the questions I think was open is what color do you redo
It
the same color?
says,
or
subject to final color selection, so there isn't anything in there. You just
do we
need to tell
match the
them.
other monuments?
Think.
Go gray like the other monuments.
Okay. So paint the same as everything else.
I'll make a motion that we, I guess I can make my own motion, that we approve the Hein Brothers contracting for up not to exceed $20,000 and to use the current gray palette colors in repainting.
Second.
Marty seconded. Any other discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay?
Will this
All
be
those opposed?
will this impact traffic thing at the time that they're doing it? Shall we?
Most of the work would be done, they have to put a barge in, and it's from the water and on the sides. There's very little really that's,
Actually, on the physical
for
road,
road,
yeah.
so-
It's more under and alongside and things like
you
that.
might have to close the sidewalk while they're doing the side of it, but
All right.
We'll make sure we communicate.
I guess, Laura, you might make a note to Paul that he ought to look at the electrical stuff and
Got it.
bring it to the next safety and security if we need to
Okay,
do something for the electrical. Maybe it's small enough that it can just have our, I forget,
Bentley. Yeah.
it'd be nice to get that done before they actually repaint, so. Staff update, anything?
I have one thing. Where'd it go here? As I'm sure you're aware, we had some issues with solicitation in Pelican Preserve, I guess specifically like window cleaning companies. I had gotten some calls and Chelsea got some as well. Yeah, it was running rampant for like a week or two there
They
for
were
a
throwing their
while.
business card on everybody's driveway.
They were, yeah. So what happened is we were alerted by residents over in Pelican. We talked to Wiser, let them know. I mean, I explained to the residents who called it, they're like, why is there a gate there? And I'm like, but they're public roads, so we technically can't stop them from coming in. I understand you have a policy against solicitors, but they're public roads. So I said, we'll work with Wiser, say, hey, we're having a problem with solicitors. Can you kind of keep an eye out to see if you can tell if anybody's coming in or not? And they are kind of screening people as they're coming in because they need to have a permit to be soliciting, period. That's a state requirement. That's not like, so I have a letter that I wrote up, a recap of what happened. I'll just read it to you because it's probably easier that way. And then Paul will be sharing this with the subcommittees as well. So staff was alerted by residents to solicitation activity taking place inside Pelican Preserve. And while the district cannot prevent individuals from entering and traveling on public roads within Pelican, the master HOA prohibits solicitation in the community. Upon receiving the report, staff contacted Wiser to advise them of the situation and requested that any solicitors be deterred at the gate when possible. Wiser was notified that solicitors had been seen in the community, and Supervisor Carlos responded to Amiata Way to address the issue. According to Carlos, when I approached the solicitors at 10:530 Amiata Way, they were hesitant to speak. Once I asked for their ID or solicitor's permit, they walked away quickly. While escorting them off the property, they claimed they had been dropped off. I informed them that the next time they would be trespassed off the premise. They then attempted to enter a vehicle, and I was able to obtain the license plate number and vehicle model, which he attached to the email. I will also advise all gatehouse guards to monitor for unmarked vehicles and individuals wearing high visibility vests or branded polo shirts, as soliciting is not permitted in the community. So this incident's a great example of the partnership and communication between Pelican Preserve's residents, the district, and Wiser, which resulted in successful outcome and removal of the unwanted solicitors.
Because also technically, once they step beyond the sidewalk, they're trespassing, so.
The first one's, the first round, what they did is just come and throw a little plastic bag with their business card on everybody's driveway. So they never violated that. Their second round, these were young kids, as I recall, they were relatively young kids, were knocking on doors and just asking, you need your windows cleaned? That was when I.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out, are they actually going around the neighborhood? Is it like you had them at your house and they said, hey, we're here, we're just gonna go next door to your neighbors and say, hey, we're right here, would you want us to clean your windows? But we realized it was more wide scale than that. So we worked with Wiser to address it.
I feel like I'm a mushroom in the dark.
Sometimes it's not a bad thing. Sometimes it's really not a bad thing.
So that was part of that communication that went out, telling people, please, if you notice it, let us know. So
Yeah, they
that
can let the
front
gatehouse know too.
Yeah.
They'll go and do
the
what they
guard
can
gate
to
know,
try.
These employees will, yeah.
Yep.
So it was part of our announcement.
Member items, Marty, you got anything?
I have nothing.
Nope, took care of mine already.
Yes, I do.
No?
I've been on PPAC for, I guess, almost 4 years, and I'm a firm believer that organizations need some new blood and some new thoughts into it from time to time. I just wish our U.S. Congress would think the same way. But this will be my last meeting. I don't know if I need to turn anything in or not.
I'll take that. It's on record, so.
Okay, all right, yeah, and I wish everybody the best. And Marty, not Marty, Doug Zanter brought up a good thing the other day that I got to thinking about. He said that there are working committee members, and there are voting committee members. And when I first came on, I felt like a working one because I was doing the budget analysis and presenting that and stuff, you know. And there was a change in policy, which is not a big, you know, not a big deal. And I became a voting member. And so I think it probably requires somebody to get on here that becomes a working member. And so anyway, I appreciate the opportunity to be here for the 4 years that I've been here, and I'll move on. I got several other things I'm doing anyway, so thank you very much for allowing me to sit with you.
Thank you.
In line with the U.S. Congress, and we got the money from Venezuela, which is safe.
That's true. No, just in oil.
No, I'm all good. Thank you.
Patricia? Okay, well, Alan won't be at the next meeting then,
No, I will not.
and
So hopefully we'll have candidates to review. I'll put that on there.
You put that out,
anybody else
Laura?
not be
I already
here
asked him to
at,
send it. But I knew what you were going to say, so I'm like, send it out.
You send that, how do you, just out of curiosity, between,
It'll get posted on our Facebook page, and then we send that out through Constant Contact. And I think Randy also sends it over to, I forget who the person is that sends it
Does Pelican
out.
Preserve put it out? It's
They
one of the-
should. We ask them to. Whether or not it happens, it's,
Well, that's why I'm looking
Yeah.
partly at Patricia to
Adriana's
say,
our,
let's make
Adriana's.
What
sure
do you
that we
have
put it
that,
out.
yeah,
I'll have Randy make sure he sends it to you.
And-
okay,
and,
great. I
Perry's here
appreciate
too,
it.
so perhaps
There may be
he-
other vacancies that we want to fill. Does any of the committees,
I think that's
subcommittees?
it right now.
No?
I don't think there's anything else.
Separate anyhow.
will anybody else
Yeah.
not be here in February?
What's the
On
date?
12th?
It'll be the
February
12th.
I'll be here.
I'll be here.
Lincoln's would
Okay,
have seen the
so we
old
should have
days,
a
we would have
quorum, so-
recognized that. The old days in
Is there
school, we
anything
just
else
said
that you
Lincoln's
guys want to
birthday.
have on your agenda specifically for next time? You can let me know, but please let me know more than a week ahead of time so we have time to put it on there. That's a given, Marty.
That the flags are up.
I think you'll see that. I'm taking care of that right now. We'll get it done. We're trying to figure out where they are, and they will be raised and they will be replaced as soon as we locate them.
There is,
So-
if you need somebody to climb the pole, put it up, let me know.
No, I'm on it. We'll be doing them in January and July going forward.
So
It
when
might
the
be
vice-
more appropriate for the safety and upcoming safety and security, but I'd like to get some sort of update on the resurfacing project and the painting project.
Striping?
Where we're at in that process, because I know we haven't even solicited bids yet, because we're a quarter of the way through the budget year already, and we want to, trying to get those accomplished this year, but
Understood. All right, so I got,
hopefully there'll be something coming out of safety and security with some updates on that, so.
As long as we discussed flags, just an observation. So after the vice president passed away, the flags in the front were put at half-staff, but not the ones at Town Center.
That's PPCA's responsibility. John should have taken.
Just an observation.
we did something right.
I'll make sure that.
All right, it's 2:48. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Second.
One of your briefest.
Alan moved, Tom seconded.
Stay away.
We did it in an hour last time, so this is a little.